I'm often asked why are our products, not on the shelf, or not on the supermarket shelf. And I would think about it and I'd say, well, okay, you can go to the supermarket, you can go to the health shop and you can buy, but you need to know, you need to measure the value of the product that you're buying. People people go with the price of a product, not necessarily a good idea. We need to go with the value that they add to our lives. So when we look after our body and we put in something that has value and it is proven, like for example, I'm going to talk about here about the nerves, and when we take our omega-3, and of course we have to also work with that omega-3 in our kitchen to make sure that we're not cooking with unhealthy fats, that we're using butter and animal fat or avocados or nuts, whatever it is that we're using, that it is adding value to our body. And really, that's all we need to do. We just need to put in the essential nutrients into our body. Our body will do the work for us. We don't need to add more and more. So in actual fact, when you're putting in essential nutrients and your body is working, it gets rid of so much craving and so much unnecessary purchases, because when your body works, it works, and it needs very little. It just needs the essential nutrients, the fats, a few carbohydrates, and our essential minerals and vitamins. So anyway, so how do we look after our nervous system? Well, our nervous system is very important, because if there's a problem with the nervous system, it just means that there is a nutrient missing in the body, and that of course can create a lot of problems for the brain and for the functions of the body. So we need to keep the brain and the nervous system healthy. And how do we do that? Well, first of all, we have to look and we have to see, this here is an image of the nerves in our body. It's extensive. There's a nerve that no matter where we touch on the skin, or no matter what we think, it affects this nervous system, and the body then responds either in a good way or a bad way. It either goes with us or goes against us. So the more we are working with our body and giving our body what it needs, it functions all on its own. We don't even have to think about it, and we can move along and enjoy our life. So the necessary things that are needed for our nerves are a bit like electricity. That is a cable for the kitchen, for cooking the kettle, boiling the kettle. There's a plug at the end of it. The kettle is attached to this part here, and this part here is put into the wall, and that connects to the electricity, and the electricity goes down through the wires, this wire, and boils the kettle. And of course these wires need to be protected, so that's why we have this plastic coating on it, is because if that wasn't there, well, we wouldn't be there either. So when we eat fats, and fats in our body turns into cholesterol. Of course, I always say there's only one cholesterol, good cholesterol. The rest is, there's no such thing as bad cholesterol. There is bad man-made products out there that people use in their kitchen and eat, but there's only one good cholesterol, and that is our omegas. And what they do is they are the ones that coat the nerve endings, and they also fats are very important for our brain, because our brain is a fatty organ. So our nerves and our brain really are connected, and it's a bit like the wire from the kettle, the electricity that protects us. When our nerves are like that, are the same, it has a cholesterol coating on it that collects it, that protects it. Because if people have not got good diets and they are not eating the essential nutrients, then that coating can be affected, and what can happen is it can leave the nerves exposed, or it can diminish the brain as well, and that causes major problems to the brain. So when the nerve is exposed, that's where there's problems. So what we do is we eat fats in our diet, our essential nutrients. We use the omega-3s, of course. We take them every single day. They're just part of the essential nutrients that we take. Take them every day. They look after our health. They coat our nerves, a bit like the electrical wires. Now, the thing is also is that's needed is the electricity that passes through the electrical cable to boil the kettle. This here is no good without the electricity that goes through the cables. So what we have is we have electrolytes, and electrolytes are the nutrients that are needed to pass the impulse from the brain through the nerves so that the body can function. Basically, that could be our, if we're driving the car, or we're cooking the dinner, or we're going to the gym, or going for a walk, whatever it is, that we're able to function optimally. So what we need for that is there are omega-3s that coat the nerve, all the nerves. Then what we need for electrolytes is we need electrolytes. And as I said, we want ones that work. We don't have to worry about it. We just take these electrolytes and they're like the electrical impulses that go down through the nerves and out into our body and allow us to function. Because without these two things in our body, there is a lot of diseases that can be exposed to. Autoimmune disease, I won't go through them because there are many. And so that's how we look after our nerves and our brain. And that means we're providing our body with nutrients to be happy and to be healthy.